So my single claim will be that the original Poltergeist movie is better than its remake, which came out, I think, like last year. Anyways, I noticed that recently there's been a lot of remakes coming out. Like every other week, I hear that like some other remakes being made into production, and I was like, I'm gonna talk about it. And I've noticed that this recent one, the 2015 Poltergeist remake, it felt like every other horror movie that came out recently, like Insidious, Sinister, Oculus. Well, anyways, if you don't know what the movie is, it's basically like a haunted house movie. A family gets terrorized by ghosts. And yeah, the remake, it doesn't really stand out. Like, it kind of blends in too much with those other horror movies I mentioned. While the original, which came out in 1982, you know, when that came out, it felt more fresh. Like the effects were pretty good for back then, and the acting I thought was pretty good too. You know, it was scary, but also humorous. There's like a lot of funny moments. You know, I think there's like a hint of satire in it. The original was also more patient. Like, it really took its time to like let you get to know that family, instead of like the remake, which is kind of like it's a little bit more quicker. Like they're trying to move you along, you know, get you to the scares. I felt like in the original I cared more about that family than I did in the remake, which also had its moments, but yeah, I just felt like I cared more for that other family in the original. Yeah, so like the remake, it's a little bit more in your face with like how they try to scare you. I think the effects were okay. I mean, I don't think CGI is bad, but it just really took me out of it when I noticed that I was like, oh, that's a CGI clown, not like a real clown like they used in the original. I would like to present some evidence that is in line with my claim. First, let me present some statistical evidence. In the website Rotten Tomatoes, there's a feature called Tomatometer, and it represents the percentage of reviewers that are positive for a given film or television show. The Rotten score for the remake is 31%, and for the original is 88%. Now here's a quote from a top critic of the Chicago Reader. His name is Drew Hunt. This remake of the 1982 Chiller has more in common with recent offerings from Blumhouse Productions than with Tobe Hopper's satirical fantasy-tinged original. Director Gil Kenan ruins the pacing with too many half-baked, awkwardly staged horror set pieces. Yeah, his review is in line with my thoughts, but you know, I thought it was a little bit too rough and kind of pretentious. My final piece of evidence is that the original made more money than the remake. The original made $76 million at the domestic box office, while the remake made $47 million. In conclusion, I don't think the remake is horrible or bad. I thought it was okay. I was entertained, but I don't really think it was memorable. I think given the few days or weeks, you will forget about it, while like the original has been remembered for years. While it's not like remembered like other classics, it's still cherished. And yeah, that's it.